All right. So I want to welcome all of the newbies. We have a lot of new people that have joined our team. And so I'm going to go over a couple of things that you might have heard before, you may not have heard before. It's time to say it again, and it's time to give some clarification because there's a little bit of confusion out there. And that is, what can we do online? So it's COVID, right? Like we're all online. That's great. That's fantastic. We are killing it online. But there are some rules, and there are also some things that we want to avoid for your best business, and for all of us to protect ourselves. So I want to make sure that it's time to go through that again and just make sure everybody's super clear on what we should do. So I also want to say, make sure that if you were on here live, you stay till the end, because I've got a challenge for you, but it's only going to be for those that are on here live. So make sure you stay all the way to the end. Don't ditch early, because you will miss out on this super awesome challenge with a prize from me, and it's exciting. So that's side note. Second is online. Okay, so Tupperware has what's called a social media policy, and that is basically what we are allowed to do online. And the reason why they have the social media policy is we had people getting online and spamming. And so when some companies get online and spam, they basically hurt all of us and they make people shun all of it. Facebook also has things called algorithms, and that means that if they see something that's too much of the same thing all the time, they shut it off because they think it's a bot behavior, or they think it's spam, or they think it's, who knows what they think it is. So there's some rules that you guys need to make sure you understand, because it's really important that you abide by them, because if you don't abide by them, Tupperware can shut your account off. So this isn't me being a jerk. This is this is me trying to take care of you so that you don't get shut off or get in trouble. So you can post Tupperware specials and anything that Tupperware puts in their catalog, anything that's out online, anything on your Facebook wall. That's totally fine. You can do any of that. And I get that question all, like, well, can we do that? Yeah, you absolutely can. What you can't do is post deals that are not Tupperware deals. So on your personal wall. So like you can't say, I'm giving away my commission, and so the next 10 people that order this, everybody gets it 25% off. If that's not Tupperware's deal at 25% off, you can't post that on your personal wall, because you're hurting everybody else that sells Tupperware who can't offer the same deal or can't afford to offer it. So that's why it's not okay. That's against their social media rules. You also can't post, so in any group that you did not create, that like a buy-sell trade group or a mom's group or a cooking group or a high school reunion group or whatever the group is, if you didn't create it, it's not yours. You can't post any pictures of Tupperware products or any links. So what you need to make sure you post is, I just got a question I'm going to answer. She said, what if your personal wall is private? Doesn't matter. People can still be on there and it's still not okay. So if you're going to post deals that are not Tupperware deals, you put that in your VIP group. So create a VIP group that's just your customers, and you can wheel and deal all day long in there, because make that group secret, private, whatever, and only your customers you've put in there. Then you can give away the moon. I don't really care. You just can't on your personal wall. You can't, because you're going to have people that end up on there that can, if they can screenshot it and show it's your personal wall and you are offering things that are not Tupperware's things, you can get yourself in trouble. So I just want to make sure that you guys are like 100% know what you're doing here, and we don't get anybody in trouble. Because trust me, it's like my favorite thing in the world to clean up messes, and I like do it all the time. So I'm trying to like keep the mess to a minimum here. So if it's public, basically you cannot post a pic, like on your wall you can. So outside of your wall, if it's a group like a buy-sell trade group, you can't post pictures of Tupperware, and you can't post links, and you can't post sales. You cannot do that. Not okay. Not even the vendor events. You're not supposed to be able to do that. So what you can do is post in private secret groups that are, nobody else is seeing them, if you will. What we've done is we've created, so we have this fun little thing called Drop a GIF. If you're new and you don't know what that is, just go to the Rock On team page and type in Drop a GIF, or type in GIF, GIF, or GIF. I don't know there's some big debate on how you say that. I'm going to say it however I want, because I don't really care. So it's Drop a GIF to me, whatever. I could be totally wrong. I still don't care. So, so anyway, all that said, so I'm going to answer this question because what about online vendor events? If the vendor event is private, I mean, in theory, that's like dicey, right? If you're part of a vendor group, what you can do is if you didn't post the link, so if you have a Tupper Connect or a link or whatever, and you're not actually the one posting it, like you get the person that owns the group to post it about you, you can't get in trouble for that. I'm just going to give you the sideways version of that. So make friends with whoever opened the group. I don't know. Anyway, no, not a private buy sell trade group. You are not allowed to do that. So what we've created is workarounds. I am the queen of workarounds, right? So I'm the queen of like, how can we do something and not get in trouble? Because here's the thing. It's COVID and we can't go out for the most part and do a lot of vendor events and home parties and things like that. So you got to meet people and you got to meet them online. And so you got to have, you got to play how you can play, right? So there's a picture that I have given you guys, a couple different versions of it, and it is really a cartoon picture of me in theory, I think that I made on some site once, and I'm holding these bowls. They look suspiciously like Tupperware bowls. However, they're cartoons. So nobody can say that that's actual Tupperware because it's a cartoon. I mean, it's not my fault you think it's Tupperware, right? It's just bowls, right? Whatever. So anyway, so that particular picture, technically you can't get in trouble for because it's not technically a picture of Tupperware. So I will go to bat for you if somebody tries to get you in trouble for that picture because it's not an actual picture of Tupperware. You also can't use the word Tupperware. So we have played this little game. I made a version of the Drop a Gift that has that picture and does not use the word Tupperware anywhere in it, right? That you can play in a buy sell trade group. And you just don't post anything in the comments that'll get you in trouble. So you reply to when somebody drops the GIF. When somebody drops no, you're not okay to post in that. I just answered that question. So you can't post in vendor groups that are not yours. So if you can get your friend to post in it, that's fine. So back to the buy sell trade group thing. So drop a GIF. If you drop a GIF and they drop a GIF, the best thing I'm going to give you 2 hints. So if you play this game, there's 2 ways that people are messing this up, and not messing it up, but like it's not working for them. When people come back to me and say it's not working, Facebook has changed. Facebook is changing their. Whoa! Can somebody mute? You're giving me some awesome feedback there. Oh, here it is. It's a phone. Let me mute them. Oh, they're gone. Okay, so I froze. Am I alive again? Somebody said I froze. Am I frozen? Okay. So the 2 ways that when you drop a GIF, that the things that get stuck is if Facebook likes to try to force you into a for sale post and you don't even realize you're being forced into a for sale post. You have to go out of your way to make sure that it's discussion and not for sale. Okay. So there's that. Second, if it says, would you like to also post in these groups and it gives you a bunch of options? No, don't do that. That puts you on the marketplace. So make sure that you are not in the Facebook marketplace because that's where you're really going to get in trouble and it doesn't work. So hold on, somebody just keeps sliding the phone and giving me lots of feedback. Okay, I got it. So anyway, that's the ways to make it work, if that makes sense. I would look for words when you're searching for buy sell trade groups. Look for ones that have lots of people in them. Look for ones that have like some of the buy sell trades groups will say like anything goes or no rules, buy sell trade, no rules, or just things like that. Your sale posts go to the marketplace because you're not supposed to post a sale post. So you need to make sure it's discussion. That's what shoots it to the marketplace is when it says for sale. So don't do a for sale post. The little 3 dots on the side usually allow you to turn that off, or you just have to really pay attention to what you're doing because Facebook tries to shove you into the for sale post. So to get the drop a gift where people tell me it's not working, it's usually they're accidentally posting in as a for sale post. So just really pay close attention to that. So you could, as long as you do the drop a gift post exactly the way, and if you're doing it on a, hold on just a second. If you are doing it the way that I've given you, you won't get in trouble. You just can't use the word Tupperware, and you can only use one of the pictures that I've got. You cannot post a picture of Tupperware. I've seen some of you guys go grab a picture of Tupperware and do it. That's then against the rules because we're not supposed to post pictures of actual Tupperware in those groups. So I'm just telling you, stay within the rules. If you're unsure, ask your director. If your director's unsure, Yeah, if team members are posting in the marketplace, they're going to get turned into Tupperware and they're going to get in trouble. So just stay in the rules yourself. Don't worry about other people. There's like 10 gazillion buy-sell trade groups out there. So there's plenty. Trust me. Okay, so there's that. The other thing I wanted to talk about as far as that goes is there's a lot of new people on, so I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to go into grand detail, but I'm going to say mind your words. You can't separate yourself from this business. It's on Facebook. Your face is on there. This is what it is. And I know that life gets irritating and frustrating and all of these things sometimes, but dropping the F-bomb on your personal profile is a poor choice. I'm just going to say that with all the love in my heart. Because if I'm a consumer, I don't know you from Adam. I have friended you because I was on your party and I see you giving me drama. Listen, you all have friends, right? You got friends. That's where you vent your life's problems. That's where you tell all your sad woes. That is where you message a friend, you call a friend, you cry, you do all the things you need to do, right? Off your page. And if you really feel like you need to post it online, type it up and then so that you set it and then hit the backspace button and erase it. But I cannot implore you enough. People get tired of drama. They get tired of sad, depressing things. They get tired of, people want to get up, they want to take their coffee mug and they want to sit and scroll through Facebook and see happy things. That's really, if we're being real, that's what people want to see. So people, listen, I'm going to say something and it's going to sound a little crude and I'm just going to say it, but keep your politics off Facebook too. I love you. I know you're passionate about what you believe. Everybody has an opinion. We just don't always want to know what yours is, right? And I have yet to ever hear somebody utter these words. I have yet to hear anybody say, wow, your political post changed my mind and my vote. Ever. Not one time have I heard anybody say that. What I've heard people do is get angry, get mad, get fight, get whatever, all these things, right? Like you have an opinion. I have an opinion. Do you know what my opinion is? I bet you do not. I bet you have no idea what my political opinion is. Do you know why? Doesn't matter. I got mine, you got yours, and you're going to vote how you're going to, and I'm going to vote how I'm going to. And that is my God-given right. And yes, freedom of speech is my God-given right. Freedom to destroy your business is also your God-given right. So here's the thing. You can have that freedom of speech all you want, and you're free to destroy your business too. And that's what you'll do. And it doesn't mean that you can't have an opinion. And if somebody asks you a question, you absolutely can, but don't do that on your wall. I'm going to preach this to like the high heavens, is that this is the crude side of me. I'm going to say it with all the love in my heart, but everybody has a butt too, but we don't want to see it or talk about it, right? Like everybody has an opinion. I always say everybody's opinion, everybody has a butt, but there's things we don't talk about and show everybody, right? There's some people, I suppose, that show their butt just a little too much, but that's beside the point. Yeah, there's some people that show their political views just a little too much too, right? And I'm saying that, I don't mean that mean. I'm just saying there's things in life that we all have that doesn't mean we share them freely, right? Like, so I know that we're all passionate and sometimes you just want to say something, but I cannot implore you enough to keep it to yourself. It's unattractive. 98.9% of the time it's unattractive. So, and you're not going to change anybody's mind. You're just not. People they don't change their mind based on what you have to say about which candidate there is, which, you don't know my opinion. It doesn't matter. I think if we're being real, it's going to be a rough 4 years regardless of who's elected. So whatevs. But that's beside the point. So, yes. I'm going to walk away from that right now. My advice to you in very short, one sentence thing is mind your words. That's all. Mind your words. If you really feel like you need to post it, go over and message it to a friend. Call your BFF, whatever you got to do. But just don't post it, please. I know I, for one, don't want to read it. So, but the rest of the world doesn't either. And your customers they won't tell you they're going away. They'll just go away quietly. And then you'll lose your business and you'll say, why am I losing my business? And I'll go look at your wall and be like, well, I got a few clues, right? All right. So I'm going to walk away from that. I don't like to spend a lot of time on it, but I haven't said it in a while. And we are coming up on a really heated political election, which just makes people lose their freaking minds. So my advice to you, please for all things. Just talk Tupperware. It's happier anyway. Okay, moving on to the next subject.